It was a 4 to 8 cigarette, 3 to 6 vodka type of second half for me.
The Chiefs are trying to kill you.
They're literally trying to kill him.
Just give me a moment here, if you would. In NFL history, 4 times a team's blown a playoff game where they had an 18-point lead at halftime or greater. 2 of them were some of the most memorable games ever. The Frank Wright game. Remember that one, CC?
Oh, that was an amazing game.
How about last year's Super Bowl? That one's pretty memorable. And the other 2 are Chiefs playoff games coached by Andy Reid in the last 4 years. I brought some props. I don't typically do that. I just want to show the camera this. That is a Joe Montana Chiefs pennant. You know why I brought it? Because Joe Montana was the quarterback the last time the Chiefs won a home playoff game. I'm going to show you something else. This is an autographed Lake Dawson jersey. Now, you might say, who's Lake Dawson? Some of his family might say, who's Lake Dawson? I'm going to bet...
Notre Dame graduate, wide receiver for the Chiefs.
Only person in the world that has an autographed Lake Dawson jersey. That's how long I've loved this team. And this is what they've done to me in my memory since Joe Montana was the quarterback. How about losing a 10-7 playoff game at home where you missed 3 field goals? That's the Lynn Elliott game. How about losing a 14-10 playoff game at home against the Broncos when you blow a fourth-quarter lead? How about losing a 38-31 home playoff game to the Colts? You lose a game where the other team doesn't punt the football, and you don't punt the football either. How about losing 45-44 to the Colts? They had the dignity to do that one on the road, but you blew a 28-point lead, and you gave up a critical touchdown after the quarterback fumbled the ball to himself. How about last year, where you lost a home playoff game to the Steelers, where you scored 2 touchdowns, they scored 0. That's like a bad math problem. How do you lose a game where you score twice, the other team scores 0 times? And then yesterday, or whatever day it was,
Saturday,
the forward progress game. The game where you have an 18-point lead to the Titans. One of the worst teams to make the playoffs in a decade in the NFL. Where the quarterback throws a touchdown pass to himself.
Last time that happened, I was in the playoff game. It was Brad Johnson. He threw one. So at least the Chiefs are doing things that we had seen before, at least once in NFL history.
CC, I can't say I'm surprised. I should know it was coming. I told you I shouldn't buy into this team. I told you I shouldn't put my faith in this team. I had the Chiefs for the 2nd straight year. I truly believe the Kansas City Chiefs could have beaten the Patriots in the playoffs. And for the 2nd straight year, they're not going to get a chance because they blow a home playoff game. That's all I got. Is the show still on?
It's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. But you could be the Jets and not be in the playoffs. So
I would prefer that.
No, you wouldn't.
Careful.
No, you wouldn't because you're in the playoff. But I'm going to tell you, I like Andy Reid.
I know.
But I can't avoid criticizing him. Like it's not by just chance these things keep happening to Andy Reid.
What's the criticism? Was it not running Kareem Hunt enough? Was it lackluster play calling in the second half? Was it no creativity? What's the criticism?
Every time we get in a situation like with Andy Reid, it's not one situation. It's play calling. It's clock management. It's choking under the pressure. Like, it can't just keep happening to one guy, and it follows Andy Reid no matter where he goes. And I believe he is a very good football coach. But 21-3?
Against the Titans
at home. I got to stop telling, because there's a lot of fans that we have, they don't know how hard it is to win in Kansas City. I keep saying, oh, that's one of the hardest places to win. Obviously not when the Titans go in there and win in the playoffs.
Yeah, you mentioned, here's a criticism. In the game you're leading throughout, Kareem Hunt has 6 carries in the first quarter and 5 the rest of the game.
Yes.
You run a sprint option like you're at Oregon on 3rd and 1 with Alex Smith. It's just, I get it. Andy Reid is great because he always makes the playoffs. What damn good is it? Why do I want? You said I don't want to be the Jets. What I don't want is new and inventive ways to hate sports.
But I want to know
That's not what
happened. I want to know why it happens. I want to know what it is about Andy Reid or this team or Alex Smith or Kareem Hunt or whoever it is that makes this team
So do I, Jenna.
lose.
There is no answer.
Why change play calling in the second half? Why do that?
Well, it was interesting, too, after the game that Andy Reid talked about, because what we thought about going into the game was they had won 4 in a row, and they had changed the play caller. Andy Reid talks about him calling plays after the game.
With the
a control freak. All right? What they were doing was successful. Somehow, Andy Reid got back into the play calling business, which also led to them losing.
And we don't love to talk about officiating on the show, and the Chiefs lost because they deserve to lose. But I do want to say, Jeff Triplett and what ended up being his final game ever.
He retired.
It's a hell of a send-off, man. Calling forward progress on a quarterback sack where he just gets smacked and drops the ball, this was called forward progress. By the way, the Chiefs recovered it. The Titans end up getting a field goal. That's not reviewable because they called forward progress. If that play is forward progress, then every fumble in NFL history where the ball isn't punched out from behind is forward progress. I've never seen that called forward progress. So I hope you enjoy your retirement, Mr. Triplett.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.